Okay, everybody, we're going to do one more game for the PS3. That is Jeopardy. Let's see how we do.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Brevet.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Plays. It all adds up. Let's celebrate. Historic London. The Masters of Golf. And Missing Links. Player 1, where you can visit several of these historic structures like Kensington and Buckingham. Okay, Player 1. Good for you. Player Regent's Park was a hunting ground for this 16th century king who never hunted without tiring 8 or 10 horses. Player 1. That's it. Player Famous men who orated at Hyde Park's Speaker's Corner include Friedrich Engels and this 1848 Engels co-author. Yes, Player 1? Any other takers? Okay, Player 3? No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 2. Right you are. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. Arthur Wellesley, the first Duke of this, was known as a soldier, but had an eye for art, as you can see at Apsley House. Let's hear it, Player 1. Player 1. According to Shakespeare, these conflicts began with a confrontation in the Temple Gardens. It's Player 1. That's it. You get to pick again, Player 1. It's 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Select 3 plus 53 plus 100 plus 153 equals this. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. Player 1012 plus 255 plus 11 equals this. Okay, Player 1. Yes. 144 plus 244 plus 344 equals this. Player 1? That's it. Please. 1144 plus 1793 equals this. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. We return to you, Player 1. The patron saint of lovers is honored on this annual holiday. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good for you. Former U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson founded this annual observance devoted to the environment. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's it. Player Customs 1. On this 121st day of the year include dancing around a pole and giving baskets to friends and family. It's Player 1. Yep. Collecting money for UNICEF on this holiday was begun in 1950 by a Philadelphia Sunday school class. Player 1? Yeah. Right you are. Meaning a coming, it's the period before Christmas that begins on the Sunday nearest to November 30th. Player 1? That's correct. Please pick. In 2005, he was 7 strokes down after round 1, but a miraculous 30-foot chip on 16 helped him win a 4th green jacket. Player 1? That is correct. In 1964, he led an army on his way to his 4th and final Masters win. Player 1? That is correct. Bear with us. The first of his record 6 Masters wins came in 1963, and the last in 1986. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. In 2004, this golfer, known as Lefty, jumped for joy on 18 and showed off his vertical leap ability, about 2 inches. Yes, Player 1? That's right, way to go. Player 1? Both the course and the tournament were created by this 1920s icon, the only single-season winner of golf's Grand Slam. Player 1? Yes. Player 1? Write up your blank oop. Yes, Player 1? Good. Player 1? Blank wedding anniversary. Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1? The blank of America. It's Player 1. That is correct. Player 1? Answer. It's the Daily Double. You are in the lead, and the clue. Fall by the blank in. Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. Please, news blank photography. Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1? You might need a learner's permit to watch Paula Vogel's Pulitzer Prize play, How I Learned to Do This. Okay, Player 1? Yep. Player 1? The play Spinning into Butter explores political correctness at a small college in this Green Mountain state. Player 1? That's correct. Player Moonlight and Magnolias depicts the epic struggle to turn this novel into a 1939 film. Okay, Player 1. Right you are. Player Matthew Burnett turned this Our Town playwright's novel, Theophilus North, into a play. Okay, Player 1. You got it. And now the $1,000 clue. In 2006, New Yorkers awoke to find his 1935 play, Awake and Sing, back on Broadway. Yes, Player 1? No. Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. Clifford Odets. Player 3 is going first in the Double Jeopardy round, which starts after this. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. The movie of the song. Islands. Astronomy. Biblical warriors. Ain't we got pun? And questions from a 1927 quiz book. All right, let's get back into this. Player 3 has Lose Yourself, 2002. Yes, Player 1? Good. A Whole New World, 1992. It's Player 1. Correct. Let's hear it for the boy, 1984. Player 1? Good. Zippity-doo-dah, 1947. Yes, Player 1? Good. Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are in for. Here is your daily double clue. Papa, can you hear me? 1983. That puts you even further ahead. Player 1. Pick again. With the demotion of Pluto, it's now the smallest, least massive planet. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. Select again. A scholarly paper on punning restaurant names was titled Do Drop In and This Vegetable Entertain You. Let's hear it, Player 1. You are correct. A presidential exhibit at the National Postal Museum was called This to the Chief. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. About comparing a pair of Beatles, a punchline in Master and Commander is, choose the lesser of two these. Let's hear it, Player 1. Correct. So, 8 months pregnant, Jolie Fisher did a cabaret act entitled From Here to This. Player 1. Yep. Player Punning 1. On Glenn Miller, a 1985 film with Gina Davis as a vampire was called This 65000. It's Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. To northern observers, the most brilliant part of the Milky Way is found in the Archer, this constellation. Player 1? Correct. Player From 1. The Latin for kernel, this solid center of a comet consists of ice and dust particles. It's Player 1. Anyone else? We're talking about nucleus. Player 1. This critique of pure reason author called some fuzzy objects island universes in 1775. He was right. Okay, Player 1. Sorry. Anyone else? Yes, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? The constellation Coma Berenices, or Berenice's Hair, was given its exact form by this Dane in the 1500s. Player 1? Anyone else? It's Player 3. No. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, Player 2. Yep. We return to you, Player 2. Article 10 of this international organization's covenant implies that an attack on one is an attack on all. Okay, Player 1. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. League of Nations. Player 2, you pick again, please. Alfred E. Smith and William Gibbs McAdoo were two of the candidates for this party's presidential nomination in 1924. Let's hear it, Player 1. No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Yes, Player 3? No, that's not right. Any other takers? Yes, Player 2. Good. Player 2, you pick again, please. Answer, the second Daily Double. You are currently in second place. So, what's your wager? And the Daily Double clue. This cabinet department is in charge of the enforcement of prohibition. Nope. Here's the correct response. Treasury. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. The Tacna-Arica boundary line dispute involves Chile and this neighbor to the north. It's Player 1. Correct. The present presiding officer of the U.S. Senate is this vice president. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. You again, Player 1. Joshua's conquest of Canaan began with the taking of Jericho, a city in this river's valley. Player 1? That's correct. Player 1. Saul and this son, who shares his name with a famous seagull, both died at the Battle of Mount Gilboa. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. You later lending his name to a popular hotel Bible, he led a successful night attack against the Midianites. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. So Joab was this Israelite king's successful commander when he conquered Jerusalem around 1000 BC. It's player one. Right. This female judge won an important battle against the Canaanites by luring them into marshland. Yes, player one? That's not it. Anyone else? Player two. Right. All right, let's get back into this. Player two has control. This U.S. Commonwealth lies about 70 miles across the Mona Passage from the Dominican Republic. Yes, player one? Yes. Player one, here's Jimmy.
The indigenous name of this island, home to the famous Moai statues, is Rapa Nui.
Let's hear it, player one. Yes. A chain of shoals known as Adam's Bridge stretches between India and this nation. Yes, player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player three? Right. Okay, let's get back into this. Player three, you make the next selection. As this large island's two highest peaks lie in the Maoke Mountains. Player one? Correct. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? This large Italian island in the Mediterranean lies just 7 miles south of Corsica. Okay, player one. Right. Only 2 of you will be going on to Final Jeopardy. Sorry, player three. Here comes the Final Jeopardy, players. The category is this: historic purchases. What are you going to wait? The Final Jeopardy clue is: the English received this person from the Burgundians in 1431 for the sum of 10,000 francs. What did you say? With that correct response, you will gain.
I know for a fact I'm going to win $100,000 this game.
What did you put as your response? With that correct response, you will gain. Congratulations, player one. You're the winner. We'll see you all next time.